Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Friends.
My one banner I made.
Literally 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
So good.
We were
How's
talking
everyone
about
doing?
Hey.
I'm
I'm
tired.
sleepy.
I am too. We're all a little low on energy today. It was a long week, I think, for all of us, but you know.
Yeah.
Well, do we want to talk about what are you guys reading right now? Are you reading anything? If you're not reading, what are you doing?
What am I doing? That is the question.
True.
I'm not reading anything right now. I have been playing League of Legends still, like a mad woman. And I finally got ranked. So now I'm literally a ranked player, which is not
Wow. Okay, that's kind of cool.
it's all right. I'm not very good still, so it doesn't really matter.
I think that's cool.
Yeah, the couple times I tried, I was not great at it. So
it takes a couple, and like each like champion has different abilities. So I like ones that have like range. That way I don't have to like get all up in there. I can like shoot them from afar.
Yeah.
So, nice and safe.
that's
Yeah,
how
that's
all.
I play too.
Yeah.
When I would play World of Warcraft, that's all I would play is like ranged characters because they're so much easier.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Are you reading anything, Liv?
I am reading The Invited by Jennifer McMahon still. It's good, but I had to like stop reading it in order to finish this, and then I'm back to reading that. So it's still really, really good. I don't know. Mystery thrillers are just always a win. Like,
Yeah,
they're just fun to read, even if
they
they're
really are.
bad. Like, they're still fun. They're enjoyable. So that's what I've been reading. That's kind of what I've been in the mood for, some fast-paced books.
Yeah, I feel you. I like your bangs, by the way.
Oh, thanks. They kind of turn out differently almost every day because my hair is just so wavy. Like, some days they're shorter, sometimes they're longer, sometimes they just all want to go to one end or side, and I'm like, whatever, we're going with it.
Yeah, it took a while for my bangs to like know what they were doing, so
yeah,
I get that.
Yeah, mine's still.
Yeah, and your hair is a lot shorter too, which is crazy.
Is. I think it was a total of 9.5 or 10 inches. And then the place I was going to donate to that I've always donated to, I think it's Pantene or something, they're not taking hair anymore. So I had to figure out where to send 8 inches because a lot of people want at least 10. So, yeah.
Yeah, bummer, because that's like a lot of hair. You don't want to.
I know. I was like, I didn't just chop it for no reason. Like,
yeah.
So, I think there's a place called something about children with hair loss. They do wigs for them. So
that would be really cool.
Yeah. And they're a nonprofit. They don't charge people for the wigs or anything. So I think I'm going to be doing that.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I'm not really reading anything. I mean, I was reading this as well. But yeah, still, I feel like I'm still reading the same book, so.
Yeah.
As always. Anyways, what are you guys reading? Anything good? I see someone who's reading Gone Girl.
Yes, freaking
That's
love
top
her.
of my list.
She needs to write more books, like 3.5. Not enough.
Yeah, I'm surprised that she hasn't written more books because that was a really popular book.
I wonder if it's just like all of her books are so good and she just like
takes a lot of time.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
All of her books are 5-star reads for me. Like
really?
So
oh my gosh,
yeah.
I'm gonna have to read them.
I
watched the movie though, so I know like what happens.
Yeah, that's fair. Then you could do Sharp. I think you'd like Sharp Objects.
Maybe I'll do that.
That's the one I didn't like, and it's the only one I read.
Love it.
Let's see.
I think it was just too hard for me to read.
Oh, interesting.
Because Sharp Objects was, I don't know what else she's doing, but now I feel like I need to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd watch.
Shadow and Bone, we love it. The show was so good. Oh my gosh. Zoe, did you ever watch it yet?
Because I want to read the book, I think.
Oh my gosh, it's
Did you
so
finish
good.
the show, Kaylin?
Yeah, I want to rewatch it because I loved
Me
it so
too.
much.
I'm doing a rewatch right now.
Are you really? I think
Yeah.
I might.
And then
I
I
think I
need
might
to
do
get
it.
the King of Scars because I finished Rune and Rising. So
Yeah, and the new book, have you seen how thick that new book is?
no.
It's like really thick. It's like the
Rule of
second.
Wolves?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
No, I did not
So,
know.
the Crawdads Sing, where the Crawdads Sing. Oh,
That
didn't
ending.
both of you guys love that book?
I liked it. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
The ending, though. Yes.
Yeah, I liked the ending. It was like, it's historical, so it was a little not my favorite, but it's really good. I recommend it to like everybody because I feel like it's a universally well-liked book.
Yeah, I really want to read that one for sure. Oh, Misery. Oh, Zoe's gone. She told us her Wi-Fi has been kind of acting up, so she might join us again. Yeah, Misery. Oh, there she is.
Yeah, I'm in the middle now.
There it was. You knew it was gonna happen.
Probably gonna happen again at some point. I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening with my Wi-Fi this week.
You're good. I have not read Misery by Stephen King, but I really want to get to the Institute soon.
Yeah, you should. I've heard Misery is really good as well. So, and I haven't seen the movie, but the movie looks so creepy, and I've heard that there's like a really gruesome part of it, so kind of freaks me out, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, the book is really good. I think you guys, it's definitely like a Stephen King book.
Horror, yeah. House of Hollow or The Last House on Needless Street. I haven't heard of those ones.
House of Hollow looks so cool, if that's the one I'm thinking of. It's got like
flowers on the face.
Yeah.
Oh, that one is so pretty. Oh my gosh, that one's
know.
so pretty.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one.
I don't know if you can.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so.
Yeah.
That book is gorgeous.
I want to read it.
Yeah.
Love.
The one, Lexi and Allie read that book and loved the one. It was like one of their favorite thrillers.
The show is so good.
I want to read it.
Oh. No, Obi. No, sorry.
He just wants to see his mom.
Agreeing with you. He was like, yeah, the one is really
good. I agree.
I read that a while ago.
I've heard of that one.
That just came out, I think. A thriller?
Not too long ago.
Sounds like a thriller.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, isn't it like a sci-fi kind of? Like just.
I don't know. I don't remember. That has something to do with the marriage.
Cool. It's cool. I think I actually bought it. I think it's on my TBR shelf. I want to read it really bad.
Do it.
Cool. Well, it sounds like you're reading some good books. So, now, I think we all have a very lots of emotions about this book. I don't know how to put it. So how about let's start off with our ratings. So yeah, and if you guys want, we can do objective and subjective unless you don't know, or if it's the same, whatever you want. But yeah.
Man. I feel like it's going to be pretty close to the same, like objective and subjectively. Like, I don't know. Here's the thing. I had a hard time getting into it. Then I kind of pretty much got into it. I was like, okay, I like the writing. I like where this is going. I like kind of how she's trying to find her mom and she's on this quest. And then it started like straying from that way off. And I was like, okay, I don't like this anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't know. At first it was a 3 and then it's kind of went down to like a 2. So yeah.
And you feel that way about both objective and subjective?
Yeah, I mean, the good part was like the writing, and I did enjoy the characters. Like some of the humor was pretty decent. But I don't know. I don't have like a rating for one or the other. I feel like
Yeah.
it just kind of falls somewhere in the middle both
Mhm.
ways. There's plot. It just meh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel similar, I think. I feel like objectively, I don't think it was like the best written book. There's a couple of things I have wrong, like issues I have with it. And then enjoyment wise, it's weird. I didn't like hate it.
Mhm.
I've definitely read books that I've hated a lot more.
Mhm.
But I was really disappointed with the execution overall.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna have to give it like it's like a 2.75, like almost 3 for me.
Okay. That's
Too bad.
I mean, I feel like that's pretty good.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not awful.
Yeah. So I DNF'd it. And I think the reason that I really just couldn't get into it is I didn't feel like there was any sort of like development in the type of way that I enjoy.
Mhm.
There were parts that kind of reminded me of Once Upon a River. Like the writing was really
Yeah.
beautiful, but it was like it didn't feel like there was a lot happening, I guess. I don't know.
Mhm.
But I think I would have enjoyed it later. I feel like it just got to this point where I was like bored.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't really rate it because I DNF'd it. But
Yeah.
yeah. And I don't DNF books very often. This is
You don't.
actually only my like third book that I've ever DNF'd. So
Yeah, you're good at sticking with them, especially like big fat books.
yeah.
You trudge through those, so.
I really try, but for some reason I just was not connecting. I don't know. I just didn't feel like I connected with it. And I agree with you, Monica. I agree that it was a little like it felt like she was a beginner writer.
Mhm.
But I will say that I think she does have really pretty writing. Like I think if the author really worked on her writing skills, I feel like she would really thrive and grow because she does have really pretty writing. So yes.
Yeah. I like
Mhm.
the writing too. I actually feel like she was a good writer. I think it felt too juvenile.
Yeah.
Well, like I feel like, but it wasn't enough. Like I almost wanted it to be a middle grade or be an adult book. Like it kind of felt like weirdly in the middle, so I wasn't quite sure. And then when things would happen that either felt too juvenile or too adult, it felt awkward because it was like I don't know, like the end when she was like naked in the town or whatever. I'm like, oh, this is supposed to be middle grade. I'm like, wait, no, actually, it's like not. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. It just felt weird.
Yeah, no, I agree. It felt like kind of in the middle of those. And also the part where she talks about like her like mermaid sexual organs, and I was like,
Yeah.
that's uncomfy. Especially with like the writing. It felt a little bit disconnected.
Yeah, I really couldn't tell if I felt like I was reading an adult book from the very beginning when you start out with like this birthing scene and you're like, hey, like it wasn't super graphic, but it just kept coming back to like kind of stuff like that shoved in your face a little bit. And so I was like, okay, but I'm bored. Like there's not the magical system, like all of that was so lacking. Like I just it would jump from one thing to the next and I was like, okay, so basically she escaped by flapping her tail, singing a song, whatever, and then it's just like, okay, she's here, like she escaped, and I'm like, oh, okay, but like I don't know, I can come on, but
yeah. So Monica gave it a 2, which I think is very similar to you guys. Oh, I know. I think honestly, if my beliefs about DNFing, I feel like if you really just can't get through a book, do it, you know?
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah, it's just
super slow. It is. I don't mind slow if it's supposed to like be, I don't know, classics are slow, and so I don't mind slow. There she goes again.
That's okay.
If that's how it's supposed to be, but it just didn't feel like it fit it too well. I don't know. Like she was trying too hard to make it slow.
Yeah.
You know?
And like the forced arranged marriage thing was just really weird
Yeah.
too. Like it that was like heavy on the plot. And then you're like, well, she's not looking for her mom. Like, what happened to that? She had a couple thoughts of like, oh, I should be looking for my mom, but I guess I'm okay with like getting married to this guy.
Yeah.
And it's just like near the end, she finds out who her mom is, like within the last 10 pages, and you're like, what? So stupid. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I mean, I don't want to say a book is stupid. I shouldn't say that, but yeah.
Kind of awkward. Yeah, there was just awkward parts. Like it didn't feel like it fit super well. I don't know. Hi.
I went on my hotspot, so hopefully that'll help. I'm so sorry, y'all.
No, it's okay. It's actually not that big of a deal at all.
Okay.
It was like, it felt juvenile in the characters, like the way they acted in the plot, but the content itself, as far as like the whole sexuality part of it, like constantly shoved in your face, was just like, that was very adult. So I feel like it's a little bit more like a new adult, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Those are the points.
2.5 or 3. Yeah. The audiobook I actually kind of liked. I liked the 2 audiobook narrators, but it just was,
Oh. Yeah, I didn't listen to the audio. How was it?
I liked it.
Yeah.
I would have struggled with the names if I was physically reading it, I think.
Yeah. Yes, I totally agree. I love the like darker atmosphere. I just wish it would have like put itself in a category. Like it would have been like, okay, I'm gonna be like young adult. Honestly, this book, if they would have made it shorter, or not shorter, but just like cut down certain things or add things that were actually relevant, and then maybe made it adult, I feel like it might have been really cool.
Yeah, I feel like it just needed to be pushed one way or the other. Honestly, like I would have loved it even as like I feel like a series, like even like duology, and if it just took its time a little bit and like we got time for any of the characters to develop. I think that was my other thing too. Like I just didn't care. Like I don't know, I didn't feel a lot of things for any of the characters, and I also didn't understand their reasoning for that. There was just like no development. I don't know.
Yeah.
It reminded me a little bit like of the writing in The Darkness in the Field of Shauna Maguire.
Yeah,
like,
I could see that.
Every Hearted Doorway, kind of like the kids are really kind of childish, but I don't know. It reminded me a lot of that, but like the darker kind of themes in it. So yeah.
So what did you guys like? Like what were some of the things that you actually liked about the book?
Mermaids.
Yeah, mermaids for sure.
Yeah.
Mermaids. No, that was cool.
I don't think I've read like a book about mermaids where they are like hardcore, like kind of scary. So this was interesting to me. Like I wish people would write more, which I'm sure there's some out there, but I don't know. I like the aspect because normally you see like the fluffy, like Disney type of mermaid stuff. So I liked the aspect of this as well as the writing. I thought the writing was good. It didn't bother me at all. But
yeah.
I actually really liked the parts towards the beginning where we were getting glimpses of like what led her to leaving and like her backstory a little bit of like how she grew up and how she didn't fit in, and then like how she had to like be that one other, I can't think of all of the names, but that lady's apprentice and like groom her and stuff. And like I liked those scenes like the most out of everything. I didn't really care for like when she was on land because you were like, you're trying to find your mom, but you're not really going anywhere. So I don't really understand like what is the point of this. But we're talking about things we like. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard when like I don't know. It's like a double-edged sword. This book is like you like some of the things, but then with everything that you like, you're like, oh, but then there was this that went with that I didn't like, you know?
Like you liked this aspect, but it could have taken it to one more notch if she had done this or that. Like,
Yeah, because I kind of I like when an author goes into like the, what's the right word? Like the lore of the creature. I think that's really cool. So like, you know, going into the details of how like mermaids mate and all of that, I think is kind of cool, but I just wish it would have been adult. Like, I think it would have been so much better if she just like chose to make it that, you know?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
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 Let's
I thought it was
see
interesting
here.
how she made them all like bisexual as a default, kind of.
Yeah.
That was interesting to me too. Like,
yeah. Yeah, because they were talking about, I remember there was that point where she was talking about courting other female mermaids and stuff, and how she hasn't started doing that yet. And I found that interesting. I feel like, I don't know, I think she was trying to have kind of like a, like I said, the mermaids had their own lore, so like mermaids were able to be with anyone, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a lot of comments. Let's see.
I feel like everyone kind of felt along the same lines that.
Yeah.
Yes, preach.
Yeah.
Drink the moon. I totally
agree.
And it actually had like a good message. That's the other thing. What the heck was the message of this book?
Yeah, that leads into the other question, but first, yeah, definitely agree. What do you guys think the theme or like the main point of this book was? Because obviously I have no idea.
Zoe's face.
I didn't even think about it until just now, but like I literally can't think of like a positive theme that it had. Was it trying to like, girl power, like she's really powerful after all and like defeated, but that's such a weak like theme.
I was like expecting it to be very family oriented, like she would find her mom, her parents would like
reunite,
get back together and like fall in love and whatever. And then it's just like it wasn't. And so I was like, okay, so she doesn't really have like a super great relationship with either of her parents. And then I don't know, it was just kind of more like fighting against good versus evil, because this witch is like forcing her to like marry her son, and I don't know, I really don't.
Yeah, I definitely felt like even just the parts that I read, I definitely felt like a feminism type of vibe just with the first parts, and I'm sure it goes through the whole theme, but there was someone that said, I didn't get how it went from a more feminist approach, but then ended like, oh, I could see myself loving this guy who's showing as wanting to possess me as an object.
I literally
that's like such a good point.
I hated that so much. Like, I hated this character, and I felt like I was supposed to hate this character, like the whole book. And then the ending, she's like fighting to like save his life, and like
I know.
It's like she didn't have an opinion about anything. Like,
I know.
She just felt so like weak. Like if she was supposed to be I'm just going off now, but like if she was supposed to be feminist, she wasn't very like strong. She didn't have like this strong will. She just felt so weak and meek, and like the ending, it bothered me so much that she wanted to save him. I was like, why?
Yeah, I know.
Like, I don't.
I'm guessing because I didn't read this part. I'm guessing it's what's his name? Peter or whatever.
Yeah, they pronounced it Peter. Peta.
Yeah. It sounded like Peta.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at least as far as I read, she like really did not like him. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
It was so annoying.
Yeah, it was kind of confusing, like the side story about like how Thomas, his like assistant or whatever, I don't know, servant, just like suddenly was like into her, was like hardcore, I'm gonna save her, and then didn't even like tell her, but helped save.
Nowhere.
Yeah,
like that was the other thing too. Is like I think that's the thing. Like I felt so like misled by everything that like the author kind of set up this book to do. Like I totally started shipping her and Thomas because I was like, oh, he's like the servant. He's really sweet. Like, he thinks that she should be like tied down to this beautiful guy. Like, and then he like nothing happens with that. Like it didn't go anywhere. I don't know. It was just weird.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what you guys were talking about.
That's just so bizarre. Like they save the beekeeper old lady, and then her dad's in like the water, and apparently she has a terrible memory, or because the witch, cursed everyone on land to not remember what happened between her dad and her mom. So they're not supposed to like cross, And she just like sees him in the water, and sorry, I'm not trying to laugh, but I was like dead. I was dead, okay? She sees him in the water, she doesn't remember him. And then all of a sudden, the magic helped her remember or something. And she looked at him and she said, "Oh, it's you."
No.
Dead.
Terrible.
So dead.
Oh my god.
Yeah, see, this is how I felt while reading it.
Yes, they did. It
Yeah.
didn't go together. Like there was so much. Okay, maybe my rating is going lower because it's like the more I think about it, the more like I think what frustrates me is that this story had so much potential. Like I love the idea of this story, and I even like I liked the themes, I liked the setting, but like it didn't go far enough, and it didn't like go together.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
Yeah, and the main character, like you said, was just like, I don't know, very boring feeling and just unlikable. And I'm okay with having an unlikable main character, but there has to be some parts where she redeems herself, and it doesn't sound like she did.
Yeah. Especially if like I feel like you should have a likable character if they're supposed to be like the hero or the heroine of the story. You know, like you should want to like them. I don't know.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
Oh, I thought that too. I thought that too at one point because they kept mentioning the statue. Did anything happen with the statue?
I don't think so.
Not really. No.
See, that's the thing. Like she says she makes things important that aren't important. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I think like at the end, she like the statue's in a different position or holding something different.
I'm sure there was some like symbolism for it,
but I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
There was, so
interesting.
Yeah, and there's
anyone like this?
Yeah, please, if you guys have like adverse views on it, I would love to hear what you liked about it. So
yeah.
Let's see. Okay. If you got to ask the author one question about this book, what would it be? Don't I'm now realizing maybe that's not the best question, but
I think I read this or skimmed it or whatever. In the very back of the book, there's notes on history with gratitude. It explains why she wrote what she wrote, like her interest in mermaids, like all of that. So would recommend going back and reading that because it'd probably make a little bit more sense. But
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Maybe I'll read that like before and see if it changes my mind about finishing it.
Yeah. I mean, she just kind of explains like, I don't know, more of her interest in how she grew up reading what is it called? Andersen's.
Yeah, Hans Christian Andersen.
Yes, totally blanking. But yeah, that's what she grew up off of, and so
cool.
I can kind of see I can see that in this.
Totally.
After reading that.
Yeah.
So that was really helpful. But anyways, that was a side rant, but
yeah.
Yeah.
So no questions? Okay.
It's hard. I don't know. Like, I don't want to be offensive, but I guess I would just like to ask, like, maybe about certain points of the plot, like, why didn't the statue? Why wasn't there something more of a significance?
Yeah.
What did that actually mean? Or like, why did you choose to not have her, like, have a love story, or I don't know. Why was the mom the bee lady?
Yeah.
Just
like
question.
Yeah, maybe ask her like what are the things that you like why did you make some of those choices, and like what significance did they have? Because I think if we knew the significance of some of those, maybe we would feel differently about some of it.
Yeah.
Or maybe
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, or maybe like does she see herself in the main character? Like, I don't know, because I feel like some writers write themselves as the main
for
character,
sure,
which
yeah.
I think is interesting. So I'd be interested to see if she had any like same personality traits or something as the main character. But
yeah, I always hear that you start off writing a character with someone in mind, but then they kind of take on their own personality, which I think is really cool.
That makes sense. I feel like I would also ask, like, what other pieces of art did you like consume to get inspired to write this book? Like, did you read a certain book? Did you watch certain movies? Did you like? Because I always find that fascinating.
Mm-hmm. Same. Yeah.
For that, like, inspires them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, and remember how I shared with you guys she makes like those little tiny rooms?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys should go on her website and look because it's so great. She makes some like that look like the book too, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
it's really cute.
It's like another side hobby with like making tiny homes or whatever. It's just so funny. But anyways.
Yeah, I really think that the author has so much potential with her writing. Mm-hmm. And so would you guys ever read, I mean, I'm sure, but would you ever read another one of the author's books, you think?
I think I would.
Yeah, I think I would too.
Especially if it looked like this, because it's
no kidding.
It's gorgeous. It's freaking gorgeous.
Yeah.
So pretty.
Best part about the book. Just kidding.
Yeah. So, why didn't we get a better ending for the mother-daughter? I expected so much more from that.
That was so disappointing. Like, that was part of the whole plot.
Like, it was like the main thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just confused.
Every time like something like another comment like this is made, I'm just like, oh, it's so painful. Like,
yeah, I did see a lot of positive Goodreads reviews too. So I think there are people that really liked it. But
someone, if she's here, sorry, I'm blanking your name. I forget, but someone had tagged us that this was her first fantasy book. So if you're here, I'm interested to see if this off from fantasy because
I would love to know that. Yeah. I mean, I'm not much of a fantasy reader myself, so I wonder if that's why like it didn't bother me as much as it bothered the two of you.
Yeah.
I didn't mind kind of like because fantasy sometimes gets too detailed, like world building. Yeah, and this didn't really go there, and so that's why I'm like it wasn't that bad. Yeah. But see, if you like love fantasy, like the magic system didn't make sense. Like it wasn't you didn't get a good world building like beginning or anything like that. So
yeah, I think that's definitely what I felt is there wasn't a lot of like character or world building. Like and the plot just like you said earlier, Liv, it just kind of like it like she's going on this cool mission and then it's like
but then she has to get married. So we're just gonna Yeah.
Well, did we have any other questions that we wanted to talk about with the book? Or I do have some just like miscellaneous mermaid questions that we can talk about if we don't have anything else to say about it. But you guys can let me know.
I'm trying to think.
I don't think so. I can't think of anything.
Yeah, my brain is fried tonight.
Thanks, Lexi.
Before we start this, I was like, we all have different styled bangs tonight. I love it.
Yeah, it's so cool. The Bang Clan.
Is that what we should have named our book club?
The Bang Book Club.
The Bang Book Club.
I don't know about that.
Initiation is that you have to have bangs. Just kidding.
We'll cut them. You come over, we'll cut your bangs.
You have to do the honors.
You get to choose from our 3 styles only.
Yeah. You have the classic curtain bangs. You have the straight across whiskey bangs. And then Zoe's bangs, which she kind of does a lot of different stuff with.
It's true. They changed. I was gonna say we have like we'll call yours like the Kaylin, the Liv, and the Zoe. Like what's
Oh yeah, that's even better.
So funny.
Oh man.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about mermaids then and oceans. So let's see. Okay, do you like mermaids that are a little darker, like Harry Potter and this? I mean, there's all types of wide range of like mermaids and sirens, but do you like a little more darker of mermaids, or do you like a little more Disney fun, pretty mermaids?
Whenever I think of the word mermaid, I associate it with the show H2O. Do y'all ever watch that?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I do too.
Like,
what is it? What's that noise? Wait, I can't do it. Never mind. They do it in an Australian accent.
Yeah. I don't know why. Like in just like someone that's human, like not completely scary, but not completely like cutesy either. I don't know. I guess they're kind of considered more cutesy in that show.
Yeah.
I like the mysterious part too of the dark ones, but they're also more like villainous and I don't know, creepy that way. So depends on my mood, I guess.
I actually like the Disney ones, I think, better. I'm like, there's something, I mean, Little Mermaid was my favorite movie as a kid, so I love that. And then the scene, there's like a little blip of a scene of like some mermaids and Peter Pan too, and I just always thought they're so beautiful.
They had a little darkness in them because remember they would try to drag Wendy in.
That's true, but I always remember like how colorful they were and like pretty, like they were all just also like pretty, and I'm like,
yeah,
can I be a mermaid?
Yeah.
Oh, I used to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love mermaids so much.
I feel like I definitely was like raised on that type of mermaid, but I think I like to watch that type of mermaid like on TV and like movies and stuff, but I feel like I would prefer to read about like darker mermaids.
Yeah. I really want to read, is it Into the Drowning Deep by Shauna McGuire?
Yeah.
I really want to read that.
I want to read that one too.
Yeah, me too. I have that one.
Yeah.
I need to read it forever.
I've heard it's really crazy. So
this is sweet. Thank you.
You're the best.
Really I didn't even think about that.
Darker mermaids. It seems like a lot of seems like a lot of you guys like darker mermaids.
Yeah.
They're scary.
Yeah, H2O.
I'm telling you, that was the show.
Yeah. Have you seen that, like the people that are dyeing their hair to look like her hair with like the teal color with blonde? It looks so pretty.
No.
If I was blonde, I would want to do that.
I had my hair like with teal in it at one point.
Really?
Yeah.
So you probably looked like her because you have like naturally beautiful blonde hair.
It was like the underneath and some kind of on top.
Oh my gosh, that's how she has it.
Really? I don't remember.
Yeah.
You have to send me a picture later.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay, so if you could be a mermaid, talking about hair and that type of thing, would you have what color hair and tail, and would you be like a freshwater or a saltwater mermaid? Like, what would you look like?
Ooh. I love the color you're wearing, Kaylin. Like literally blue.
Yeah,
hands
like
down, like blue anything. Basically Ariel.
Yeah.
Your hair color too. It's like perfect. I don't know.
I literally you guys are gonna think I'm so nerdy. Kaylin, you can say yours though while I get this ready. I'm pulling something up.
Well, I would for sure have blonde hair because I feel like mermaids, I don't know. Blonde hair matches mermaids for sure. But I would have like color in it of some sort. Maybe like blue or purple.
Yeah.
And I would want really long hair.
Oh,
really long hair.
I'm so sorry. I don't think of blondes when I think of mermaids.
Really? So what do you think? Do you think of like multicolored hair?
No, I think of red.
You think of red? Well, because of Ariel.
I think of red or blonde with colors like you're describing.
Yeah.
It'd be super cool to have like a pastel colored tail too.
That would be so cool.
Yeah.
Would you wear like the seashell bra? Or would you have like the scales going up?
Oh, that would be cool too. I'm thinking of The Sims now, the way the mermaids
Yeah, that's how I was thinking about it.
There's a mermaid character on League of Legends, And I think she's so cool. And I was looking at her today, and she's got a couple different like skins. And the one that I like the best is she's the river spirit. And she's so like, I don't know if you can see.
Oh yeah.
Oh
See,
yeah.
I would for sure want some sort of crown or headpiece.
Right?
Fins
Yeah.
are so cool. That's so cool.
I really like her. It's like a pink. It's like a mix of like pink and purple and blues and greens.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed. Yeah.
That would be really cool. But do you guys want to? I would for sure want to be like a saltwater ocean
Yeah.
mermaid.
Yeah, me too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, creatures are cooler.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Red hair. Oh, that sounds pretty.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
That would be
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel The Little Mermaid really did change the game for mermaids, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds pretty
So
too.
scary.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes, I like the pastels. That's a good.
Yeah, that would be pretty. I either think of like pastels or I think of really bright, vibrant colors because of like the fish and stuff.
Yeah, like they change colors kind of like as.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that's what I would want my tail to do is have like color shifting depending on where
Yeah.
the light hits.
Mine's gonna be like mood changing, like a rain.
Yes.
That would be cool. Okay, do you have what are some of your favorite sea creatures? Do you have any favorite sea creatures?
Ooh.
The little seahorses are cute.
They are cute.
This is such a good question.
I've been obsessed with swimming in the ocean and like I took swimming for years. So I just love anything in the water, in the ocean. I think it's just a completely different world and it's just so cool. There's so much out there. Like deep water is a little scary, but
Yeah,
yeah, there's so much out there.
jellyfish are cool.
Jellyfish are
Yeah.
cool.
Jellyfish are, except for like the really. Have you seen that TikTok?
Yes, I have. I know which one you're talking about. It looks like a weird alien humanoid kind of thing.
Scary.
So scary.
What?
Read up on them. What is it called? It's called the mega, like the mega gel. It's like 30 feet long or something like that. It's terrifying.
It's terrifying.
Like, horrifying. I will research it to you, Liv. I will send it to you.
Oh my word. Ew.
Yeah, they're really gross and
That
scary.
would be a big giant
I gotta
sting.
find
Yeah.
the name of
I
it.
think I think octopuses are one of my favorite. They're so cute and smart. They're like one of the smartest creatures, which is crazy. I also love dolphins, seals.
Yes. Seals, otters, any of that.
Yeah. Dolphin, my Patronus is a dolphin and it's always been a dolphin, so I kind of have like a soft spot for them.
I used to love dolphins as a kid.
They're
Dolphin
so
earrings
sweet and
and like,
cute.
yeah. They're smart.
So otters, oh my gosh, otters are so cute. They used to be my favorite because they're so fluffy and cute.
They're my spirit animal. Just like chilling in the water, you know.
Yeah. And the babies are so fluffy. They're so fluffy and cute.
I love them.
Sea turtles. Oh, I
yeah.
have a story about a sea turtle that I'll mention later because
Oh boy.
yeah. Aquaman because Jason Momoa played him. I feel you on that.
Oh, I love that. That's so funny.
Yeah. Okay, so do you guys have any like good fun memories from the ocean or the beach or anything?
Ooh.
I experienced the ocean for the first time on my honeymoon, like almost 3 years ago, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. Like I was super nervous because I didn't want to get eaten by a shark, but like it was good. I remember specifically when we were in I can't think of the name now. It was one of the stops. We went on a cruise and the water was so blue. Like I've never seen that color blue. And it was so clear. and Andrew was so sunburned that he like refused to get in the water with me, and I was like, fine, I'm going in by myself because I am not like missing out on this water. And I went in and I was enjoying my life, and then I saw a fish and it swam right past my leg, and I freaked out and I went out, and yeah, that was it.
Oh,
but,
really?
Yeah, I was scared.
Have you ever been snorkeling?
No, I'm scared too.
Oh, okay.
Love that.
Unfortunately, because I bet it would be amazing.
I think the first time I saw the ocean, it may have been spring break in college, actually. We all went to like Florida, which isn't technically like bright blue gorgeous ocean, but that was my first encounter with like the salt water, because I grew up in Illinois, so you had the lakes, which are basically like giant ponds, so it's like there's no salt there. So it was just, I don't know, overwhelming to see like the vastness of it in comparison to like a tiny lake.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Do you go snorkeling or anything?
No, we didn't. I haven't been. I would love to though.
Yeah. Well, get ready for mine, because so I scuba dive, and
Okay.
Yeah, so it's amazing. Highly recommend if you guys like oceans, anyone. It's the best experience. I am so glad that I did it. And I've done it a few times, but it feels like you're in a different world. It's the most beautiful, amazing thing. And the fish are so different when you're under the water, because they're not like swimming around you. They're just kind of like minding their own beeswax, But anyway, 2 years ago, Teddy and I went to Belize, and we went scuba diving in Belize, and it was only us two and this little tiny 16-year-old girl, and then our guide, who was probably 18. It was just the four of us, and so it was a really small group. And there was one point where we were going down into this underwater cave. It was literally a hole, and you went down into it. And my husband was always the last person, and he decided to go pee in the ocean, which I think is pretty normal for people to do. Yeah. But unbeknownst to us, a little while later, it was maybe 10 minutes later, we saw this huge, absolutely enormous sea turtle coming. It's so eerie because it's just ocean, and it's it slowly comes into view, and it's coming up to us, and we're like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. He's gonna swim over us, and we're gonna get to look at his tummy. It's gonna be so cool. So we're waiting for him to come, and he heads straight for Teddy. He locks eyes with Teddy and is coming straight for Teddy. And it was funny because he was coming, we were behind Teddy, so it was coming for him first, and Teddy was getting ready to go and look at his tummy, and this sea turtle follows him as he's going down and literally tries to bite his face off.
Oh my word!
Yeah. So Teddy turns around, and this sea turtle is knocking on his air tank and trying to bite at his head.
Oh my gosh.
gosh. Yeah. So the guide, thank God, seriously, this was seriously, God was watching out for us, because the guide decided to bring this stick. It was a poking stick that he would spear lionfish with, because lionfish are an invasive species. So he was like, I'll bring it. There might be some lionfish, but it was spur of the moment. And that's what he was using to poke the turtle in the neck. And the turtle was so funny because the guy was poking him in the neck, and he was trying to get at this pole. It was so funny. And the guy had to poke him. It didn't bleed or hurt him or anything, but he was just trying to get him away. And thankfully the turtle went away, but we found out later. We went up to the dock, and we were telling everyone in the scuba group what had happened, and they were thinking that this turtle was hot for Teddy. They were like, oh, he wants to get with Teddy. a gay sea turtle. And so we thought that was so funny. But then we later found out that I think he was like guarding his territory. I think he smelled like testosterone or something and was like, oh,
Oh,
protect my territory.
that makes sense.
Interesting.
Oh my gosh, that is the best story ever.
I know.
So
It's
don't
so
be in
funny.
the ocean. Got it.
Yeah. But now I'm like terrified of sea turtles because I'm like, they're going to come and like bite my
Honestly,
husband's face off.
Seriously,
Oh, that's terrifying.
that is so scary.
Yeah, I don't have any stories like
Almost
that.
lost. He can say he almost lost his life to a sea turtle. Like,
Literally crazy.
amazing. Oh,
The ocean and I bet. I want to go there so bad.
me too.
Oh, Monterey is so beautiful. Yeah, Monterey Bay Aquarium is like the best aquarium. It's so cool.
That sounds
Yeah,
amazing.
I've been to obviously Chicago has the Shed Aquarium, but
Yes, that place is awesome.
been there so many times.
I love aquariums. I want to go to one soon.
I like aquariums too.
They're so much fun.
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I did that too, actually. We swam with sharks, but they were nice sharks.
That's no. Never. I would never do that.
Oof, I would freak.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was territorial. Yep. Good call.
Oh, that is a wild story. I
know. It's probably one of the most wild that I've ever experienced. So
I didn't know you scuba. What is the correct term?
Yeah, scuba dived. Yeah.
You scuba dived? That's
so cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I would freak out. I'm afraid of like drowning, so I just can't.
Oh, yeah. It's a little nerve-wracking, but I think if you like, I don't know, I think the best thing that I learned was just to like stay calm. I get in these weird moods where I just can like be like the calmest, and so that's what I try to do with that. But
that's amazing.
Yeah, that's cool.
Can you send some of that my way? I love
it. It only happens in like really stressful situations. I don't know why.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Man, must be a 9. Well, no, it can't be because I'm a 9 and I don't understand that at all.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just like so stressed out, you just like shut down.
I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is.
That's how
it's my freeze. I think it's my freeze mechanism. I just like freeze and then I just stay as cool as a cucumber.
Interesting.
Okay, so obviously the ocean scares you guys, but what scares you the most about the ocean?
Dude, that jellyfish.
I wish you could find it.
Oh, what was it called? I keep
looking.
It
was so weird looking.
Jellyfishes, which I know that the box jellyfish is like super deadly, but I was it's called something like really basic too, like I don't know, major jellyfish or something. It's like dumb. Oh.
I think just like really, I always think of Nemo, so stupid, but like the dark, deep places where you can't see anything, you don't know what's coming at you. That's scary, like the unknown part. I'm fine if I can see stuff, but yeah.
I think that's the same for me, is when there's like really murky or like deep water where you can't see, it just gives you like a really eerie feeling because you don't know what's going to be there, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it is. The big.
You found it?
Yes, it's called Big Fin, all one word, squid. And it literally looks like a freaking alien. I don't know if you can see this picture, but like,
ooh,
look at that thing.
The legs are so long.
And like there's a TikTok. I'll try and find it for you later, Liv. But there's a TikTok, and it's so creepy because it like the thing, and then the camera goes down, and the legs are still there, and it goes down again, and the legs are still there, and like you just realize that it is like the longest thing ever. It's like massive, and I think that's the thing about the ocean that scares me the most, is that there's so much of the ocean that still hasn't even been explored by any human. That's like what is out there. Like ocean. That's where
there could be mermaids. We don't even know.
Honestly, though.
Yeah. I saw that TikTok that said that NASA was exploring the ocean and then they stopped exploring the ocean. Like NASA was created to explore the ocean and they stopped exploring it and started exploring space, and how like weird that is.
Yeah. Oh, maybe because NASA scared. They found
Yeah,
scary.
that's what they're saying. It's like NASA like found something and they're like, we need to go explore space.
Honestly, gotta be like more like scary ocean movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, have you seen, there are some really good like scary ocean movies. We watched one the other day and I can't remember what it was called, but he has to watch his like ex-wife drown in this movie. It was horrible. She comes back to life, spoiler, but like he had to watch her like drown. It was crazy. It was so sad.
Oh, that's
If you think of it,
terrifying.
let me
See,
know.
Yeah.
I was a lifeguard for a while, so we don't like to see people drown.
No, that's a little triggering.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh,
That sounds
I've
amazing.
always wanted to surf so bad.
Yeah, I have too. It looks so cool. But then I see like those horror things of like the sharks that are like in the wave.
Yeah. They just
Scary.
cut your head off. Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Miles deep. Like, oh, that literally just like gives me the flat.
Like thinking about it, you're like, oh.
I know.
Just think of like something that is miles away, and like, it's just
yeah, you just don't know.
yeah, it's so creepy.
Yeah, I feel like it would be because it's not like a quick death. It's like you have to wait until your body.
See, and
I
I've
don't know.
heard that it's like super peaceful way to go, but you know, who knows?
Yeah.
It's only
It's the abyss. It's the abyss.
Oh, okay. I'm literally
Yeah, it's good. It's like a classic movie, and the scenes that they filmed are like so crazy because they filmed it all in like an environment that they created, but it looks like it's at the bottom of the ocean. Like it's just so cool. It's a really good movie.
That's cool.
Yeah, James Cameron. Yeah, super good.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all of my ocean questions.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. So if you guys have any more, but
Now you know what we would all look like in another life as a mermaid. So.
Yeah.
That is the most important thing we talked about.
Really, honestly.
I liked how, bringing it back to this just for a sec, I liked how there was like different names for the mermaids. Like one of them was Wise and one of them was like, I think that's kind of cool. I feel like I would definitely want to know what mine would be.
Yeah, same.
There's got to be a mermaid test out there or something.
Yeah.
A BuzzFeed quiz.
Okay, so let's talk about our books for the next 3 months. So the next book this is for May. Yeah, May.
Mm-hmm.
Is Clara and the Sun, which we're very excited about. Heard lots of good things.
I've been waiting for this since the day it came out.
I'm excited. I like the minimalistic cover.
Yeah, it's really pretty. I love these types of covers too. So,
my husband watches so much anime and stuff, and he's like, "Do you know how the name is pronounced?" So he said it to me, and it sounded so cool, but I'm not gonna try.
Oh, I was so excited.
You should try.
I don't even remember.
Oh, dang it. And then our book for June is The Sanatorium.
I've heard
very
it's
exciting.
Atmospheric.
You what?
It's atmospheric.
Oh. She had to bring it up once.
I mean, especially when we're talking about this book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so a thriller, which we're excited about.
I'm so in the mood for I can't wait to read this.
Yeah,
this one's a dystopian. Did we say that?
No, yeah,
Contemporary kind.
Nice.
And drum roll, please. Our book for July is going to be Malibu Rising, which we're very excited about.
None of us have the actual book.
No, because it comes out June 1st. So we wanted to let you guys know what the book for July was sooner rather than later, because then you can like pre-order it if you want. Also, I heard that it's kind of a sequel to The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, but you don't have to read one to enjoy the other, but I think it probably is recommended. So if any of you guys wanted to read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, you have enough time. which I will be reading it because I haven't read it. So very excited.
I think you'll like it. Yeah, it's Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and it's a probably like an adult. I would say if it's like Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, then it's going to be like an adult contemporary romance type of book.
Yeah, probably some like drama.
Yeah.
It looked like it was going to be a little bit more of a mystery too. Like
Cool.
there's like a bunch of people at this house, I think. So
Sweet.
I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens.
I'm excited. I think it'll be a fun summer read.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Yay! People are excited about it too.
Yeah, and we will be putting out our 3 books for July, August, and September. We'll be putting those out in like a few weeks, so you'll know those books as well.
Yay!
Very exciting.
Yes.
Did we have the date for the next live show? I can't remember.
June 4th for this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. Well, we'll be giving you guys more information once it gets sooner. But that is it. So, yeah, I think that's it. You guys are excited about. Yay.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we're very excited. But anywho, okay, I think that's it. Thanks for joining us for this live show. It was definitely an interesting one. I feel like the first one of its kind.
Was this the first one that we all kind of like agreed? I feel like sometimes we're all over the place.
Yeah,
but I
it was
feel
like agree, but also the first one where we didn't like love the book, which I think is kind of cool. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like everyone pretty much. I don't think there was anyone out there that loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
This was.
Anyways, we love you guys. Thanks for joining. We'll see you.
This was so fun.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
Yep.